Okay, so second time trying to record this video. My first was on a rooftop in Murcia. This one is in Alicante. I'm in the south of Spain for my 7th and final wedding of the season. Had to bring you guys some news of the new iPads. This, of course, is the new entry level, the 10th gen. The first time I tried to record it, I was sweating my butt off, hungover. Hopefully this one will be a tad bit better. We'll interlace the footage, bear with me, it's content. You guys will just see what this essentially looks like. So the new iPad has 4 different colorways. We have the yellow one here. It also comes in the pink, the blue, as well as the classic silver. The pricing has also increased. So the older iPad, or the older entry-level iPad, the 9th gen, that was $329. That was some serious value, but now the new iPads are $449. So a tad bit more money, obviously that's $100, and you still have to grab extra accessories. You'll see that this still will use the 1st gen Apple Pencil, but it has a brand new redesign, as you can see per the box. So quickly, I will kind of do this on camera, no second angles. Like I said, just bear with me. Second unboxing, so technically the plastic's off. You can get a little sneak peek of the color. We'll go quickly through what's inside of the box, as this is an unboxing. So we just have user manuals, warranty info. Unfortunately, no matching Apple stickers to match the color of the iPad. We just have the standard ones in, of course, white. It also comes with a 20-watt charging brick, and for the first time on the entry-level iPad, we are switching to a USB-C charging port. So this is just a braided USB-C cable. It's nice that it's braided, and other than that, that is pretty much your unboxing. Apple stuff is always some of the simplest. So we'll put this off to the side. So I mentioned USB-C on the bottom, so that's obviously a brand new redesign. Think of this as an iPad Air, that sort of body, except of course entry level. So when you look around, you still have the Touch ID button up top, volume rockers, of course some of the speakers, and depending on which colorway that you get. So I was joking around that this is almost a bit on the lime green side. It's, obviously yellow, but shifts towards a hint of green, I think. It's nice. I think I would personally go for maybe the blue one, then the yellow, then maybe the silver, and then pink comes in last. That's just obviously my personal preference. If you are eyeing one of the new iPads, which colorway would you get? I think a lot of people will like the yellow, and since I'm in 30-degree weather now, in a lot of sunshine, this makes a ton of sense. There was actually this small little accessory that fell out of the box because technically this uses the 1st gen Apple Pencil, which I have. And the thing that you know with that still charges with Lightning. So you have this strange little adapter that you have to grab. It's 10 extra bucks, and you just need to simply put the Lightning ports of the pencil on one end, then your cable will attach to the back of that little dongle or that adapter, and then this will go into the back of the iPad. So if this isn't the weirdest way to charge an iPad, I really don't know what else is. This is a strange thing to behold, but Apple, I think, is very guilty of having some strange charging things like, the Magic Mouse with that weird Lightning port on the bottom. So add this to the list. And when you look around the rest of the iPad, of course, we have a brand new sensor, or the same sensors of other iPads now getting updated to the entry level. So this is a 12 megapixel shooter, and when you flip to the front, you can see that the bezels have finally been updated. I gave the OG iPad the biggest amount of flack for still having a large forehead, for still having, a large chin with, of course, Touch ID. So we are moving away from that style of iPad. And it's interesting that Apple still sells that on their website. Obviously, you have that price difference, but I can see Apple start to discontinue that line or that body in the next, 1 to 2 years. And this will just be the cheapest iPad, at that certain point. So $450. That's for 64 gigs or $599 Canadian. And since we're in Spain, I should technically know the euro pricing, but I don't. I will try to look that up somewhere online. So if anyone is in Spain or Europe, let me know how much the base model is. Remember, that's 64 gigs. And when we go to the iPad Pro, which we'll check out in a second, that bumps up to 128 gigs. For the overall display, it is 10.9 inches. It's liquid retina, has true tone, and gets up to 500 nits of brightness. Of course, it doesn't have that ProMotion or that 120 hertz. You are still stuck at 60. But for basic iPad usage, this is definitely more than enough. For me, it's a welcome upgrade. Unfortunately, it has that price increase. I would have been super, super impressed if Apple got this level of an iPad in the 9th gen's body style price range. That would have been unreal. Probably the best iPad or the best value to buy, but this really wasn't too unexpected. You also have a front-facing camera. This is the one in landscape mode, and this will be the main camera that you use for things like FaceTime or that person that takes perhaps the occasional selfie with your iPad. So is this worth it from the 9th gen? In terms of the body style, this will be the way moving forward. I am sure we will see the next gen entry-level iPad get rid of support for the 1st gen Apple Pencil. I think this thing will make its way to the Apple Pencil Gen 2. I think that the charging mechanism is, one of the weirdest things that I've seen, and I'm sure a lot of people online will kind of mention that. Unfortunately, with the price now, because this is $450, when you start to add on the accessories, so $100 for the Apple Pencil, if you buy a Smart Folio case, another $100, you're looking at $650 for a fully usable iPad, and you still are stuck using iPad OS, obviously not as versatile as Mac OS, but the price starts to creep up. Oh, thank you, Siri. It tells me that I have to be online. I will connect to my European Wi-Fi. This was just your very first look. I'll be using this over the next week while I actually stick around in Europe. I've got a couple trips on the horizon, so I will be traveling. If you have any questions for the full review, let me know down below in the comments, and I'm curious. The colorways, I know that they're super funky. I know that they're nice and fresh. Which one would you grab? And I will catch you for my next video. I'll leave that linked this way. I always forget, for iPad Pro. We'll catch you then. Peace.